lives with you for so long to the point where you start identifying these qualities about this brand even without this brand having to market it to you. Like, oh God, damn, I've had this.
It becomes a part of the family.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that helps you, and then you start getting stuff or using stuff from that brand, or you start preferring that brand to the next, and that is how you shape your own identity when it comes to that. Because every time I see you, nigga, you got Puma on. I'm like, God damn, what's going on? And I'm moving a lot of black people here. We take the property value all the way fucking down.
You been motherfucking stuff.
You know,
nigga.
It's not really worth the energy.
Yeah.
I don't know. That is the very thing.
We are peasants.
Yeah, that's how I feel when I get on. It feel like every time I get on.
Hey, mamacita, muy bonito. Baby, I got it. Like Mama Africa, you just way too bad. You the top, make a man go mad. You just way too bad. You the top, make a man wanna spend that bag.
True.
Got me so in love with
He
you
was
right
in the office
now.
because they were
Like
recording.
you on fire. Got a nigga singing like la 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 la. Let that shit go. Act like that you gotta let that shit go.
48 laws of power.
Zanzicar, we back. And, you know, as always, it's fashion, entrepreneurship, and everything else in between.
Today we're gonna delve a bit deeper into fashion still. And we're gonna be talking about the role of fashion in your identity and self-expression.
That just made me want to stir up controversy like right away. Tell me, what are all these people who are big Yeezy fans gonna do now? I mean, there's people who build their entire identity around being Yeezy fanboys.
I don't think Kanye is gonna leave his kids destitute. He's coming
He
back
has,
to pick him
he
up.
has royalties for
He
that.
got royalties still, but he's coming back to pick him up. I'm pretty sure that nigga dropped something small for
But
the
I mean,
Yeezy fans.
you know, like people, there's people who just like anything easy, they have it.
I feel like you're throwing shots right now, but it's okay.
I'm not throwing shots, come on.
But it's fine.
I'm not throwing shots. Why would I do that?
I have self-control. I am not gonna go outside of my body to act down.
Oh, well, you feel like your identity is being attacked?
I mean, I'm part of it. Bro, if you ever try a pair of Yeezys, you actually understand why they're like some of the most comfortable shoes in the whole planet.
Bro, listen. You see my Clarks, yeah? Come talk to me when your Yeezy is comfortable like my Clarks, blood.
I mean, the Clarks are comfortable too, but but you gotta put on a pair of Yeezys for you to experience that heavenly feeling. Bro.
When have you worn a pair of Clarks? Exactly.
I had a pair of Clarks.
When?
It's been a long time now.
Exactly. Listen, man, them shoes. All right, see, it is funny, like we just like on a segue thing, but still we're on topic. It's
We're
funny.
on brand. We're on brand. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. We're on brand.
That's that splash.
That's that splash still.
It's funny how much of Clarks, for example. I mean, we've talked about this before, like the story of Clarks and its connection to Jamaican music and Jamaican identity to a certain degree. I don't think there is a Jamaican alive who doesn't know what Clarks is. It is so intrinsic to the Jamaican identity in some way, shape, or form that you have to recognize Clarks.
Okay.
And for Jamaicans, Clark stands for quality. It played a big role, and even now still is playing a big role as a status symbol. Even the Prime Minister of Jamaica, this is so crazy. That man got his party there, like, the Greens.
Yeah. To be wearing Clarks.
He got a pair of green Clarks, bro.
Oh, you gotta respect
And
that stuff.
the man was stunting on his opponents. Man came out of his car, put his foot up, brushed his Clarks off for the media, blood.
So what are you saying right now? Clarks are part of...
It's intrinsically a part of Jamaican culture.
Okay.
And it belongs to almost every Jamaican in terms of fashion identity. I mean, like...
Okay, so you think Jamaica, you think Clarks.
Any Jamaican thinks Clarks. And it's not that, like, everybody has a pair of Clarks. But almost every Jamaican, I don't want to generalize, but almost every Jamaican would at least want to have a pair of Clarks. Okay. That is how intrinsic it is. When you look at even, and if you want to take identity a little bit further in terms of a segment of Jamaican population that you are definitely going to find the desert and the wallaby represented very hard is like in the Rastafarian segment of Jamaican society. They wear almost exclusively Clarks.
So it's like uniform.
It is that much a part of even the Rastafarian identity.
It's like something that defines a person to the...
It goes with almost like a Rastaman having his turban or having his locks on his head. He will have a pair of Clarks on his foot. Or desert Clarks,
That
to be
is
specific.
good business. It seems like, a lot of good branding. But how does Clarks do it?
There's a book about the history of Clarks in Jamaica. The thing is that all of this happened to Clarks by accident.
How?
A lot of, during the 1960s, the Windrush generation.
Okay.
And even before that,
Okay.
there were Jamaicans going to the UK. It actually started from the 1940s because this is another thing, right? When history is told, minorities are never represented, unfortunately. And this is one of those things. That a lot of Jamaicans actually went to fight in World War II. A lot of people from the Caribbean fought in World War II.
Not to cut you off or anything like that, but I've seen a documentary about that. About the Windrush, the Windrush generation.
Yeah.
And how they kind of don't get the same
Treatment.
They get the short end of the stick, even though they had a lot to do.
There's a lot to unpack in the whole Windrush thing, but Jamaicans were going, and by and large, a large influx of them started from World War II, when they went to fight for the British against the Nazis and stuff. And so the shoe became more or less like, when you go away and you come back, you bring somebody a gift, And so people would bring, shoes and clothes.
Okay, I'm with it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And it just basically built its reputation of being, because in Jamaica, like, you want a good pair of shoes because in those days, Jamaica was a very poor country. And so, having a good pair of shoes.
You say something.
You know what I mean? So you get a pair of those and people start realizing, like, these shoes are lasting very long. So it built up a reputation of being very durable. And so it became, like the one thing that somebody would ask their relative for if they went away to England.
Okay.
Bring me back a pair of Clarks. And, it grew, and then the large influx of the Windrush generation only made it exponentially bigger.
Understand that.
So, people started coming back for holidays or whatever not. And that's what was requested. That's what people bring back and stuff like that. And so Clarks more or less built a reputation just off word of mouth in Jamaica purely by accident.
That was a blessing for that company, honestly.
They didn't have to market anything.
And they have an audience that they own.
Yeah, and
like,
so their brand, it has gotten to the point because, like, I think, one of the things with brands too is that sometimes they don't want to pay homage to a certain segment of their consumer base.
Yeah, it comes to the territories.
Because, it would then mean that you have to admit that, these are your
transgressions.
Your supporters and you have to own whatever comes along with that. But it got to the point where Jamaican connection to Clarks could not be ignored. You had Vybz Kartel making that mega hit, Clarks. You know what I mean? It wasn't.
That was a song on the half.
So him making Clarks, that just became like the icing on the cake because, like, Clarks had started to more or less, accept Jamaica for what it is in terms of what it represents for their brand.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is that, what was it now? Maybe 4 years ago, they actually made a conscious effort to, like, thank Jamaica more or less, if you want to say it like that, where they actually, when Jamaica turned 60, they made the Jamaica series of Clarks.
Is that when they did with Rushford and them niggas?
No. Raheem Sterling had which is also, Jamaican. But Raheem Sterling's collection came before the Jamaica Clarks edition, and then he has like Raheem Sterling 2.0 now with Clarks.
I haven't seen those, but they already sold
those are not, you can't get those. But the thing that Clarks has done, I mean, they do it for Britain because they have like the Clarks originals with like the British flag design and stuff like that. Apart from Britain, I think Jamaica is the only country that they've actually done their wallabies and the desert boots in the colors. And so they made the Jamaica. Dude, I was like, as soon as I knew it was out, I was like, I need me a pair. I couldn't find it anywhere, bro.
That's the hallmark of a good brand.
I couldn't find it anywhere. Like you telling me that Clarks make like shoes with the Jamaica flag on it. I have to have it, and it was a genius move.
I mean, it was a small move.
It was a genius move.
I mean, like,
because not only Jamaicans, I think like anybody would have recognized like, yo, these shoes are limited edition shoes.
Yeah.
It is a must-have. So apart from having almost 3 million Jamaicans, every single one of them wanting a pair of those shoes.
Yeah,
plus having the largest population of Jamaicans outside of Jamaica in the UK, you know that these shoes are not staying on the shelves. You know what I mean? So it was a genius move for them. All they had to do was put it out like there was a Jamaica edition Clarks. It was done.
Marketing 101.
Yeah.
Limit supply, no.
Yeah, well, they weren't cheap neither.
That's what I'm saying. You limit supply, create high demand, charge what you want, get your money, get out.
Let's move on to Clarks still.
You guys have been mentioning, like, you talked about Nike before, you've been talking a lot about Puma, and now you, just like a minute ago, you said, I think I'm more of an Adidas guy now.
Yeah.
If we talk about those brands and connect it to the identity, how is the difference, what different signals do you send out about your identity wearing, because for me and for a lot of people, I think those brands are very similar. They're doing sportswear. They're
very similar things, yeah.
So what is the difference between, if you take those 3 brands, for example?
All right, for me, the difference, I like clean lines.
Yeah, you told me that before.
Yeah, I like clean lines. I just like, I mean, fuck, it sounds away if I say like white lines. Like,
yeah.
No.
That's like quadruple entendre, bro.
Yeah, bro. No, but like the thing about like what I like about Adidas is quality stuff, yes. But it's also like a lot of their designs are minimalist. I have a lot of Puma shirts as well. Like I have a lot of Puma t-shirts at home, but all of them have the Jamaican colors.
I think what Moore wants to know is, what do you think it says about you?
What
if you wear 3 different brands which represent the exact same thing?
Well, I'm a sporty person. Like I don't do like dress up.
So you're not loyal.
Listen. I'm a jeans and t-shirt guy. If Puma makes a fire t-shirt, which they made some nice black, green, and gold t-shirts, and I have them. Okay, Nike. I don't have a lot of Nike clothing. I have like one whole tracksuit from Nike.
I got a tracksuit. I've seen it.
I think that's the only like shoes is different because like I have Nike shoes. And Adidas, I have more Adidas. One of the things that I really liked about Adidas, was that like apart from like most of its clothing being minimalist or the stuff that I like is minimalist, they did like a whole Marvel series, and like I love Marvel, so I bought all of the shirts. I have the Hulk, I have the Thor, I have Iron Man. Who else do I have? So I have at least 4 shirts from that series.
So you're like a pick and choose type guy. You don't have like brand loyalty. Like this is my brand. Like this is where I get my shoes. I don't get them anywhere else.
No.
So you like loyalty.
Listen. I'm.
Why are you dancing around this? Just say it. Say it out loud so people can hear it.
Dave, stop gaslighting him. Answer the question.
I'm an equal opportunity offender. Okay? Anybody could get it. That's what it is. So like I don't really fuck with like I'm of course I love Adidas, like that's my go-to brand. But I'm not gonna be like a hater and be like, nah, I ain't gonna fuck with nothing that's Nike. Nah, that's bullshit. Like
I'm with it.
No. So I'll buy some Nike shit, I'll buy some Puma shit, I'll buy I buy Clarks, a lot of Clarks.
For me, I like different brands, but for different reasons. When it's time for me to buy, for example, shoes, only Nike can do it.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? Like when it comes to buy, actually I'm gonna take that back. When it's time for me to buy shoes, only Nike can do it. or another new brand
What?
that is so exclusive and
Yeezy.
just gives a brand that gives me that exclusivity, that feeling that I need. So it's like it just can't be any brand. I guess what I'm trying to say here is I don't have a staple that I have to follow, but I have a template when I think about products. Like if it's a T-shirt, I know where I need to go get it, and if it's a pair of jeans or if it's shoes. So Adidas makes really comfortable, for example, track pants. Love that shit. That's my stuff. If I need to buy sandals or whatever, Adidas always has stripes ones. I got those. Great. If you need comfortable shoes to take long walks with, and Yeezys are perfect for that. It's just very comfortable. Nike doesn't do that for me, but Nike makes crazy Jordans and the Dunks, and it's I can't live without that stuff.
You once told me that you should not wear Nike and Adidas together.
No, you shouldn't.
No.
Can you explain that?
No, you shouldn't. No, you shouldn't.
It's common sense.
I could explain this to you
Please.
from somebody else who explained it to me, and they explained to me like if you wear two brands that do the exact same thing, and really in the same price point, and there's such big competition to each other in the regular world, that means that the message that it sends out there to whoever's watching you is that you're a very indecisive person who can make decisions. You cannot decide for shit. So nobody likes an ambiguous person.
Like you're either team Nike or you're team Adidas.
Nobody likes an ambiguous person. You have to
So
make
it's okay
sure.
if I'm team Adidas on Mondays and team Nike on Tuesdays.
That is
Yeah,
cool.
that is different. Like
That is
listen,
perfect.
listen.
But nobody likes an ambiguous human being.
In the moment, in whatever moment you may happen to be observed by another person, you should be sending a clear signal. Most people have the attention span of a fucking goldfish, which means
TikTok babies.
that tomorrow
Gen Z.
all they need to see, that should look fire.
No, it's not.
That's it. I was like, they don't care. But they will take notice if it's like 3 stripes here and then you have like the swoosh.
Swoosh.
Like, what?
Bro, like, why are you so indecisive? Decide what the fuck you want to be. And I understand that. You know why? Because branding is also mental indoctrination. Like, these things are so well defined in our minds. When they're put together in the same place, you know something is off.
So if I ever have a day when I feel a bit bipolar, I can just like mix and match and everyone will understand my expression.
No.
Nobody does that voluntarily.
Listen.
You don't volunteer that kind of shit.
We will look at you and be like, pagan.
The fuck is you doing?
You be a straight pagan.
The fuck is you doing? You're violating. You're violating. Remember that African dude on there? You say you're violating. Violetta, you're violating. That is true. You should. Hey, don't get caught doing that shit. Guys, thank you for hanging out with us.
Yeah, we were a little bit all over the place today, like, talking about a whole lot of different stuff. But essentially, if you want to put it in a nutshell, we're basically just, talking about what makes you connect to a brand and how much of that brand you see in yourself, so to speak.
Pretty much, yeah. Their core values and how much of that spread into your regular life. Like, how that affects your shopping habits and everything like that. But yeah, again, thank you for listening to us. It was a pleasure hanging out with you guys.
And as always, same place, same time next week.
Next week.
Yeah, all right, cool.
Have a good time. Safe.